Fuzzy Biker here in the Fuzzy Biker garage. We were just getting ready to take that little hot rod Himalayan there and head out on a Nebraska adventure this time. Sandhills of Nebraska. I've driven through those many times, through them on major roads, and I've always wanted to explore like the lesser roads through there. There's a whole bunch of squiggly lines on the map. I've been looking at them for the last several days, watching all the videos, all that neat stuff, and I think there's some adventure out there. There's a very interesting area. You know, when we think of sand hills, we think of sand dunes. Well, it's all grass covered. There's a bunch of cattle ranching out there. Amazingly, there's a whole mess of wetlands out there. Now, who'd have thought that, huh? I aim to find a bunch of that. I've been looking at maps and I have a good idea where to go. So we will do that. Just so y'all know, the sand hills of Nebraska, the sediment that is there has blown down from the Rocky Mountains. My understanding has blown down from the Rocky Mountains over the eons of time and collected in Nebraska. Grass, set in it, and that's what holds it in place. Kind of a interesting thing. I thought it maybe came from South Dakota, the Badlands or something, but nope, apparently not. Very interesting. There's going to be a mess of fun out there, and I'll try to get some good video of it. The bike I'm going to take is this very filthy Royal Enfield Himalayan. I love this bike. It's got, I don't know, 28,600 miles. How's that? And this trip is going to probably add another 1,000 miles, maybe 1,200. It's 400 miles to where I want to go camp. I'm going to spend 2 nights there. So 400 miles out. And then the next day I'm going to do whatever that, another 200 or 300 miles probably, and then 400 miles home. So whatever that adds up to. So it should be, a good deal. I've got the tire pressures checked. I've checked my oil. That's from my Harley underneath there, by the way, not from this bike. I've got the, my electronics are ready to go. I've lubed the chain, checked the brakes, kicked the tires, all that neat stuff. It should be quite an adventure. Even clean the windshield, at least the top half of it. We're going to try some new gear this time. I'm bringing again this giant loop fuel canister that I borrowed from a friend. I've got all my camping gear in here. I've got some interesting thoughts on this camping gear. I don't know if I'll do a video on that or not, but I've gone on over a dozen camping trips already this year. The tent that I have in there and the sleeping bag I've used on every single run. The tent I've used the last 9 or 10 nights of camping. And the air mattress, I've got 2 nights on that one, on this particular air mattress. The conclusion I have on that, the first night was, it's too thin. The second night I did pretty well, so we'll find out how it does. Now, I've got a big old food bag in here. That's something different we're going to do. I do not like eating at restaurants. I do not like staying at hotels. So I camp, and I've got a whole mess of food in there. And I did a bunch of research. That means I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. And I came up with a list of things, and I went to the store and picked it all up, and it's all in there. In here, I've got electronics, gloves, things like that I need to get to quickly. On this side, this is just full of bottled water. That's basically everything in there is bottled water. It's just packed. Oh, a little coffee too. And one of the things that happens to us riders is we get dehydrated and don't know it. So easy access to, to drink is very important. So that's what that's there for. And of course, I'll supplement that. Another thing we're going to try, I bought this tank mount camera thing so I can hopefully not lose my camera, but I can have easy access to it as I roll down the road. I've tried different things and I never feel comfortable with it, so hopefully that'll take care of that for us. What else can I show you? Well, it's got the Dunlop Trail Max Mission tires. This tire has got, oh my gosh, 15 or 16,000 miles on it, that front one. It's still not on the wear indicators, and it runs pretty darn good. One thing I have noticed is it has gotten louder. It hums more, and I think that's because there's certain parts of the tire design that have wore out. On the back, I've got the same tire, Dunlop Trail Max Mission. That has, I can't remember how many miles that has. Let's say 6,000 to 8,000 miles on it. Very good shape. The whole bike is, I check my brakes, I check my chain, all the neat stuff. Oiled the chain already. Got my Bigfoot foot right here so I can check that out, huh? When I got the bike, it's a very small foot. And it was perfect, absolutely useless for anything with dirt. So then I put this thing on. It was this size, you know, this black part right here. That was all right, but it wasn't big enough, so I made this foot out of aluminum right there. I don't know how thick that is, 1/4 inch aluminum, something like that. And now I can stand this thing up in a puddle of mud. Heck, I'd probably stand it up in a puddle of water. What else can I tell you about everything here? Well, I can tell you that it's going to be a fun ride and quite an adventure. Oh, look at this. The big old seat on there. So why am I taking this bike again? I'm taking this bike versus my Super Meteor over yonder. That would do great on the highway, and it would do all the roads I want to go on. But I'm thinking I might run into some dirt roads, sand roads, things like that. And I think this is a better suited bike for that. Also, they're both very comfortable bikes. That is more comfortable for sure, but this is a very comfortable bike, especially for a 400-mile ride. I've done that before. I think the biggest trip I did was 644 miles down from Arkansas up to here, from Missouri to Arkansas, through Missouri back to Iowa. It was quite a ride. Even got some rain on that one. And then I've done, you know, we did 570 miles one day all the way to South Dakota. Anyway, should be a good ride. Should be an interesting thing. I want to thank Baxter Cycle. They helped me with the looking the bike over the other day, checking the oil, all that neat stuff, and with some of the gear also. Those guys have been great. If y'all are interested in a bike like this, brand new or used, Royal Enfield, classic British bike of any type, a Triumph. There's a Triumph over yonder. Get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty Metropolis of Marnie. They got gear, they got accessories, they got, pipes for your motorcycle. They've got jackets and helmets. And, the helmet we're going to be riding today is this Shoei Neotech 2, my most comfortable helmet of all. And of course, I've got gloves. I've got 2 pairs of gloves with me. So I've got my midwinter gloves that are good for about 45 degrees and up. And I've got my ventilated gloves, which I'll probably end up wearing most of the time. But those guys, get yourself over there and, like I said, the mighty Metropolis of Marnie, or go to baxtercycle.com. Those guys can help you out. They've got it all. Give them a call if you need anything. Hey, life is good. I'm going to get out and ride. Y'all do the same. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine.